So, did you want to just introduce yourself really quickly?
Yeah, my name is Hen Mazzig. I'm an Israeli writer, a speaker, activist. I've been sharing my story about Israel for the last 7 years, speaking on college campuses. My message is understanding and dialogue is the path to peace. I'm speaking about my military service as a humanitarian officer, serving in a unit that works with the Palestinian civilians to build infrastructure projects, to try and help the other side. And I'm also talking about serving as an openly gay commander. There's trouble and struggle that comes with it. And about my family coming from Iraq and Africa as refugees, Jewish refugees, finding a home in Israel.
And do you want to explain to us the circumstances under which the event tonight was organized, specifically in reference to what occurred in 2016?
In 2016, my event was shut down by a group of about 150 protesters, students from UCL, that broke through the windows, banged on the doors, really tried to shut me down. And this event was arranged by the university in a way to show that they've been tackling this type of hatred and attack. And it doesn't matter who the speaker is. I mean, it does matter who the speaker is, but in this case, my message is not a message of violence, it's not a message of hate speech. I'm talking about understanding and dialogue as a path to peace. And yet the students, the Palestinian society wanted to shut me down. It's disheartening, and I think it was disheartening for the university as well. And they wanted to prove that they can allow freedom of speech and free exchange of ideas in their school. So the event was closed for the public. It was just students and faculty, and the provost was chairing the event. And I heard that there was a massive protest outside. They had to take me with security out of the campus and put me in a cab and make sure that I drive away because they were afraid that I'll be attacked. Last year they tried to attack me as well.
Now, this year, like you said, they limited the space to about 100 people. The event was not publicized at all, and the event location was only released about half an hour before the event. Do you think that these were reasonable precautions that the university had to take, or it's something of a heckler's veto?
Yeah, I think the university was in an unbearable situation. I mean, I think that the university was under an unimaginable situation. They need to, on the one hand, ensure the safety of students and the speaker, and on the other hand, on social media, I've been attacked for the last few weeks over and over again. They've been calling me a war criminal, a killer. I never killed anyone in my life. Saying the worst things about me that you can imagine. And the university knew that it's going to be a threat for my security and my safety. And I understand the situation that they were at, but that's not a way to celebrate the freedom of speech, to hide in a room with hundreds of security, tens of security members trying to block protesters from getting to me. It's terrible that it's happening at the university in London in 2018.
You're an activist, and you're, as you say, spreading a message of dialogue and tolerance. What do you say to your critics who would say that, as someone who is charismatic and persuasive, that's precisely why you're dangerous, because you put a smiley face on the alleged war crimes of the Israeli government?
Wow. I'm not a spokesperson for the Israeli government. I'm a guy that shares his own personal story. I don't take stands. The only stand I take is that I support a two-state solution. I support a Palestinian state just as much as I support Israel's right for self-determination. The fact that people want to hear my message, and it's troubling for anti-Israel activists that don't want my message to be heard, it's too bad for them. I mean, for me, I'm not going to stop speaking because of it. I think it's problematic that because a guy that comes and shares his life story might be persuasive, we need to shut him down instead of having a dialogue with him. It's cowardness. It's not. There's nothing brave about protesting and trying to shut me down because of my message. Because I'm persuasive. I mean, if my message is so weak, if I am what they say I am, why won't you come inside and have a dialogue and ask those tough questions? And I offer them to have the same time as I do and to speak just as much as I do and share their story. But they don't want to do it, and it's because they are afraid of my story, because it is my life story and they can't challenge it. They've tried to challenge it, but I have facts, it's proofs, it's who I am. And every part of who I am is a challenge to their false narrative.
So you mentioned narrative, which is interesting. Do you think, as a openly gay man who served in the IDF, in the humanitarian wing, that now is an activist that, as you said, is promoting dialogue, that your identity threatens the narrative of your detractors?
Yeah, I definitely think that my identity is a provocation. My existence is a provocation for their message, and that's why they're threatening with all this. I mean, I got death threats, and I got death threats in the last few weeks from students. I don't know if here or where they're from. I reported for Facebook every time I got it, but I do think that they would rather have me dead and unhurt than having their false narrative, or at least the parts that, some of their points are legitimate, and I would love to have this conversation and say, yeah, Israel is not perfect. It's not perfect. We make mistakes, but the other parts of my identity are a threat to their narrative. So. Yeah.
So you mentioned you got death threats. There's been something of a concerted campaign in the build up to this event to discredit you, sharing tweets or quotes that you've been accredited to you in the past. What do you say to that, to those sort of allegations? Or
there was one allegation that said that I liked a tweet by someone that was criticizing the Black Lives Matter movement. I am half North African and half Iraqi. I've been struggling my whole life in being minority within a minority, and to say that because I liked a tweet or because I said that someone that wrote an article is a good guy, it's not. I mean, they couldn't find anything stronger than that. It's pathetic. But that's McCarthyism, and that's a way to attack someone that you don't want his story to be heard. And I know where it's coming from. It's sad and it's terrible. But that's precisely what we need to combat. And you know what? And if my story is false, and if my narrative is false, and everything I'm talking about is wrong, why are you behaving this way of shutting me down? If you didn't know that it's truth, you wouldn't be afraid of my story that much. And I think that's what it's all about. They know that it's the truth, and they can't handle it.
Fundamentally, tonight's event, the reason for you being invited back was to demonstrate that the university is committed to freedom of speech. Why do you think that it was so important for you to come back to UCL and to be there tonight? And what do you hope the future for free speech or open debate will be at UCL?
I came back with Camera on Campus. It's a pro-Israel organization that assists in bringing me back. It's a media watchdog, and I work with them a lot because I do believe that it's important to bring this story out. So this time it was UCL that invited me back with the help of Camera, but in other cases it's a story that needs to be heard. My story, it's one story, but there's hundreds of thousands of Israelis with similar life stories. They're just not as committed or I want to say obsessed like the other side in spreading this message throughout the world. They don't need to. They're just human beings. But because I've faced this hatred and because I faced this attacks against me, I feel like I'm committed and I have the responsibility to continue doing it. I don't want to be here. It doesn't. I have a career back home. I have a job. This is not my daytime job, and I'm not paid well for this or at all. But I do it because it's it's important. The story of my family and their families and my ancestors and the things we went through every generation, it seems like it's reoccurring, and I have the moral obligation to make a stand, and that's why I'll continue doing it. And to the protesters, what I hope is that they will research more, they will learn more, and then they'll make a fair judgment and a fair call. After listening to the other side, I'm willing to listen to them, and I do listen to them. But as long as they are being respectful, as they're not attacking me, not demonizing me, not doing everything, the abuse that I've been going through in the last few weeks on social media and tonight, it's unacceptable. And that's not. If you're a peace activist, if you're a human rights warrior, you don't behave this way to another person because of his nationality, because of his ethnicity, because of his identity. It's nothing more than bigotry.
And just lastly, will you return to UCL?
I think that I will return to UCL for a more public event that will not be in a basement, that will not be under heavy security, that will be open for everyone to attend. And you know what, maybe that's an invitation to the UCL Friends in Palestine. If they want to arrange an event together, bring in their speaker, and I will come back and having a dialogue. Let's do it. If you're not, if you are so sure about everything you're saying about me, challenge me. It's an open invitation. But yeah, I'll be back.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sure.